I had to take anthropology classes, which is what I want to do, and we had labs where we actually had to study the bones of Neanderthals. Neanderthal skulls have larger cranial sizes. They have 150 to 200 cc larger space than any modern human has. They also have very shortened shins. They're considerably smaller than modern humans. I mean, you just don't get that with giantism. They all have the shortened chin. They have the brow ridges, which are not found in modern humans. They are distinctly different, but if you're just looking at photos of them, of course you're going to mistake them. But if you have the two skulls next to each other, if you have their shin bones next to each other, you're going to notice distinct differences, and you can easily tell once you study these which are Neanderthal and which are modern humans. It's not that difficult. They're two separate species.
Does anybody know how tall the Neanderthals were, roughly?
They were quite short, about 4 feet, 4'6".
Okay, well, one thing that acromegaly causes because of the excessive growth hormone is that you get heights ranging up to like 8'11". The individuals are almost always taller than normal human beings, and the reason being that during growth, your epiphyseal plates, which are basically the plates at the ends of your bone, they basically freeze up and become calcified, and that prevents you from growing. That's why you stop. Well, in acromegaly, that doesn't happen. So these individuals would be much, much, much taller than the average human. The second thing is that acromegaly causes heart and kidney failure, among a number of other problems. So these individuals wouldn't have been able to live very long. So that's, again, completely opposite of what you're saying. But
Yeah, okay. Aaron next.
All right, and then, of course, we also have the fact that you can estimate the ages of these people, and we've found hundreds and hundreds of Neanderthals, men, women, and children. Now, if we're finding children, how does that fit in with your association? And it's always in this range, up to 30,000 years ago to around 250,000 years ago, somewhere in that range, and it's always in Central Asia or moving in through Western Europe. It's always there, it's always been, it's always these exact traits. They don't have the exaggerated prefrontal lobes that Homo sapiens have. Homo neanderthalensis instead has the latter part of the brain is enlarged. And we can tell this consistently in all these different specimens. So they were shorter than us, they had larger brains than us, they had traits that were not ever consistent with what you're suggesting, but were only consistent with there being a different morphologically distinct group. So, Andy, do you concede that the disease that you're talking about that should have made them at least 3 foot taller than they are and did not, do you concede that your analysis of them is incorrect?
I don't think so, no, because we said they did, but their sizes varied. Some about
varied.
11
Never within the range that they are expected to be. Neanderthals never were taller than the average Homo sapiens. You can see that is inconsistent with what you had said.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Aaron. I'm just going to cut through you at that point, and I apologise for doing so, and also to Andy. As I said, the other two people on the panel did want to comment as well. I will come back to you, Andy, but I think this is going to have to be the last point because we'll say we've got another call and then we've got Nephilim 3 on the show. So concordance next, please. Then Truth Booker, and then I'll come back to you, Andy.
Okay, I'm a biologist. I am not a fossil person, okay? That's Aaron's specialty. But I know DNA, okay? There were 4 papers in Nature, 2006 November, that detailed the cooperative sequencing of the Neanderthal genome. We have the complete DNA trace of Neanderthals, okay? They were not modern humans, okay? We know exactly when they diverged. We know their full genetics, okay? They may have interbred with humans, and in fact that's an ongoing research project. But they were not modern humans with some sort of weird, distorted disease. We know their DNA signature, all right? They differ from us by about 0.8%, and we know exactly which genes differ. They look to us like something that diverged about 500,000 years ago, which is a pretty good long time on your time scale. Of course, that's 10 times longer than the Earth's been in existence. But this is a case where you've come up with a metaphysical explanation based out of the Bible, which we have now shown to be completely refutable. Okay? These facts stand against you on this.
And not just a few of them, all of them. Now, Andy, do you concede that your your assessment, this disease being responsible for what we had previously categorized as Neanderthals, you concede that you were mistaken.
Oh, I don't concede, to be perfectly honest.
You're taking the Genesis 6 I take, by the way? That's what you're talking about?
To be perfectly honest, Puka, although I am a believer...
It's essentially the reference before Noah. Okay, I'm just asking.
Oh, okay. I don't know my Bible greatly, to be perfectly honest.
You don't need to know the exact chapter.
Yeah, okay.
You do realize that what you're doing is you're essentially saying that the sons of God who made with man, that they're diseased?
Not the fallen angels. It's supposed to be the Nephilim. Not the Nephilim.
Well, that's kind of what it sounds like you're saying.
No. This is something different. No, this is something different.
All right, I'd have to have the direct reference then, because it sounded like you're talking about that. But if you're talking about something else, because that's where they talk about giants. Giants on Earth.
I know the Bible reasonably well. People ask me questions about certain things about faith, and I can answer them quite proficiently.
But
if someone said to me, "Can you please show me whereabouts it says this in the Bible?" I would have to go and research it and look on the internet and then give them the reference for it. Some people can go straight to a verse and think, well, how the heck can they do that? I wish I could do that, but I can't.
Andy, I can do that. Generally, go to a verse because I was raised in these religions. That's why. So I do.
Okay.
Just that helps you. Okay, go on. Take it over.
Andy, can I just? I'm going to end the call after your closing comments because we have a couple of callers lined up.
Okay.
We have had quite a long time, so I'm just going to ask you for your final comments on what we've heard.
Okay, well, it was just about mutations, really.
No, that's a completely new subject. Do you want to comment on what we've just heard about the points you've raised?
I'm
not going to introduce an entirely new subject. We've got
I'll say that for another day. If that's okay.
You're welcome to come back. Thank you very much. I'm going to remove.
Okay. Well, I must.
I'm sorry, he's being removed. I just want to. I didn't realise he was going to talk. I already pressed the button.